Hey, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, wanted to jump on real quick. There's no warning on this, but there's a storm that's pretty interesting looking, and I'm just making sure they're not putting one out. So far, not seeing any sort of warning here, but this storm near Ville Platte, this is the one I am watching right now. If you're in Ville Platte, go ahead and treat this as a potential warned storm here. I don't see anything saying this is most definitely on the ground or anything, but let me show you what we have, what's causing me to jump on here. Storm relative velocity, showing that there is definitely some rotation showing up there. This is just south of Ville Platte. This is going to be moving up toward the north. I'll put it in motion over the last half hour, shrink down that lapse so we don't see all the other stuff. But notice right around there, coming up north of Chaitanya and then Point Blue and moving into Ville Platte. I really only jumped on here because this is a populated area and there is that rotation showing up, and it's going to be tough over the next 36 hours or so with these storms because they move so quickly, they change so quickly, and this one just kind of caught my eye, so I wanted to jump on and show you what was going on there. Here's what we're looking at on reflectivity, lightning data. Not a ton of lightning out of this, definitely a few strikes out there, but you might not be hearing a lot of thunder or anything, but I just wanted to give a quick little heads up on this storm as it continues toward the north. And I'm going to watch another scan or so of this. I checked on the Stelly camera there in LeBeau, looking out to the west, not seeing much. Let me just pop over to that and we'll show you. Yeah, it's just kind of dark skies out that way. And I'm looking west here. It's not the best view in the world, but once the rain clears out, we would be able to see something if it were, close enough. So that is what we are looking at right now. Let me take you back to the radar here. And because there's no warning on this, and I'm not saying there is going to be, but I do see they're typing in here. I'm gonna take you over and show you real quick the big radar, because we have reconnaissance aircraft out in the hurricane, or in the tropical storm. I keep wanting to call it a hurricane. I think it will be a hurricane before landfall still. They're closely examining an area of rotation near Ville Platte. Okay, so they're watching it. They're aware of this, as they always are. I know that Lake Charles is on top of this stuff, so they're watching that area for a potential warning. Yeah, right in that same spot we're talking about. So real quick here, this is what we're looking at on Tropical Storm Beryl. Let's pause it. Let's do this. Let's measure it from roughly the center. Let's just say this is the center to the coast now, about 133 miles that way. If it comes up that way, a little bit more, a little shorter here. So moving at 10 miles per hour, we're still looking at landfall 12 hours or so away, probably around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, as it's pretty slowly moving toward the northwest. It's moving at about that vector that I've drawn right there, but we expect this to turn a little bit more toward the north. So let me hit play on that. This is a short, I'll go with a longer loop. I'm going to go back a couple hours and show you here. This is how things have been going. Pressure is dropping. I was actually in the midst of putting an update out on this, and I'm going to put another update out here shortly. But yes, we do have a storm we are watching near Ville Platte. Let me know if you're seeing anything around there. But I'm going to go back over to that radar and just show you what we have here. Don't want to leave until this one kind of weakens here, because it wouldn't be stunning to see, because earlier we had that tornado warning. Wouldn't be the most surprising thing to see this little kidney bean right here try and do something. So let's go on in. It's coming up right there. That area where we had the little purple dot pop up. And I'm going to shorten this lapse, show you the storm relative velocity winds, and it looks a little better right now. So this is what we're going to see a lot of with these storms. They're going to pulse up. You're going to see here, if I go back 5 minutes, we had a really nice looking rotation on this. Really solidified kind of rotation there in the low levels. Not seeing as much now. So a brief bit of good news there. Tomorrow, though, the problem is we've seen these storms try and rotate pretty well this afternoon in an environment that's not nearly as good for severe weather, for supercells to get this low-level rotation as what we're going to see tomorrow. So just watching what we've seen kind of develop across the area today does make me concerned that we see a tornado threat, especially like west of 167 tomorrow. It could go further east, but if you're anywhere from like Ruston to Alexandria down toward Jennings and points west, that's where the higher chance is going to be. And then there's at least a marginal risk for that severe weather for tomorrow. So this is the storm that prompted the live right here. Not seeing as strong of rotation, but I did want to look at these ones down to the south as well, because we had a couple of storms down that way. Yeah, not seeing much down that way, so good news there. But I wanted to hop on, let you know what I'm seeing, let you know I'm aware of this stuff, and we will definitely have you covered on any sort of warning action. Hopefully, as the sun goes down, we lose the instability, and we'll see these tornado warnings, or these threatening storms, I guess I should say. We only had the one tornado warning. Hopefully, we'll see those go away. I'll be ready to hop on quickly if needed. For now, I'm going to go ahead and post that text update that I was working on. I have it all set to go. Just have to add the images.